We're here today to conduct our live fire exercise, and where we ask a veteran some questions, and during that question and answer period, he'll be sampling some of our wings, starting from the mildest sauce to the hottest sauce. So we'll see if we can get this gentleman sweating in just a little bit. So starting out, first of all, why don't you tell us about yourself, who you are, and what you currently do, and a little bit about your military background.
Sure. So my name is Darren Wesley, and I run a company up in Ellijay called Viking Outdoor, where we focus on outdoor lighting, outdoor sound systems, decks, patios. So I guess we don't really focus on anything. We just do it all outdoors. And I am a veteran of the Navy, served during the Desert Storm.
Okay. What'd you do in the Navy?
Home maintenance technician, but not a turd chaser. I actually worked sheet metal and fabrication and welding.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start with the mildest one over there, and go ahead and indulge in that wing there, and we'll get this tasting started here.
That's not bad.
And I'll go ahead and drink to that. So. Here's good. Pretty good.
That's a good wing.
Good. And you know about our wing specials on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
What are they?
20 wings, 2 beers, $20. So,
all right.
Throw that little plug in there. So, all right, let's move on to question number 2. So why did you choose to join the service, and specifically why the Navy?
That might be a funny story, especially since I'm talking to a Marine.
Okay.
So I had originally signed up to go to the Marines, and the delayed entry program and my leave date kept moving. They kept backing it up. I had a job, but I left my job because I was supposed to go into Marines.
Right.
Until I was out of work for almost a month. I got frustrated. This was at Town Center Mall down in Kennesaw. I went and walked into the Navy office and said, I got to go. And they said, we can get you out of here in 2 days. So I joined the Navy.
Wow. So how did they get you out of the Marine debt?
I have no idea.
Right.
Recruiter magic.
Recruiter magic. Recruiters can do some magic. So it sounds like a really familiar story, but we're not going to get into that right now. So, but why don't you go ahead and take a shot at the next wing sauce?
This one looks a little hotter.
A lot of times people judge our wings by how many napkins it takes while they're eating.
This one definitely jumped up quite a bit.
Did it? Okay. Watching them eat those just makes me want to sip on this beer. Feel free to drink anything you want while you're indulging. Pretty good?
That's good, but it's very saucy.
Yeah. How's the flavor?
Very good.
Good.
For now, I'll take a sip out of our Viking Outdoor tumblers that says, working harder than an ugly stripper.
Nice. All right. Next question. So, how did you decide to start your business?
Well, I was actually...
Oh, don't stick those fingers in the eyes.
It was a napkin.
Okay.
Man, that one had a punch. So, I used to be a supplier for irrigation and drainage and landscape contractors, and wound up getting laid off from my last distributor job, and ended up starting the 3rd lighting company in Atlanta, and just did landscape lighting. by doing that, I've done projects all over the Southeast, a few TV shows, and then I moved to Ellijay 5 years ago and shut down the company I had in Atlanta and just started over again as Viking Outdoor, where I then incorporated the sound systems and the decks and patios and everything else.
Gotcha. And do you have crews that work for you, or?
Absolutely. In fact, Viking Outdoor is a second chance employer. So we have guys from rehabs, guys who have had histories. I have a philosophy that I don't really care what you did yesterday, but I do care very much what you do today forward. So the guys that I have, I've never, in 30 years that I've been doing this, I've never had a crew like the guys that I've got right now, and they turn out some amazing projects.
Nice. Okay. Giving people a second chance. That's what life's all about. So, all right. Well, go ahead and jump into another one here.
That second one was no joke.
Okay.
Look at that.
Clearing their sinuses.
For sure. All right, let's do it.
How's that one compared to your prior one?
I'm thinking we got something out of order. This one's much better.
Okay.
Whew. I'm a happy camper.
Okay. That's the flavor.
That one's got a lot of flavor.
So what is the one thing you learned in the military that helped you become successful in your own business?
Without a doubt, I would have to say discipline, which has stuck with me ever since. And it's helped me with my second chancers and even just the younger generation, that I don't tolerate tardiness whatsoever. I know that some have a history. Maybe they didn't have a father, maybe they just had a rough upbringing. But I think it truly starts with self-discipline by getting up every morning. You know, I mean, the world's not going to hand you your life. You got to go take it.
That's right. That's right. And I'm sure that helped you set a precedence with how you deal with the staff that you have.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's almost a different society. Fortunately, there's not a lot of political correctness. So we can basically speak frank and speak our minds back and forth, and I think there's a lot of mutual respect between me and the guys for me being the leader of this pack and them for doing what they need to do some of these amazing projects that they do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm sure they get a lot of fulfillment after a project is done to see what the result was. And yeah, I built it.
Absolutely. In fact, we did an outdoor makeover. It was our first complete outdoor makeover. And we've done decks, we've done patios, we've done lighting, we've done all these things, but never all at one time. And the one that we finished at the end, and it was probably a $220,000 project, but at the end we all stood up on the deck looking out at this project, and I told them, as of today, you no longer work for Viking Outdoor. You are Viking Outdoor. So they took that to heart, and I think it really pumped them up to where they're motivated day in and day out to go do some really cool stuff.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's move on here. See how the next one goes.
I think I'm going to be all right.
I think that one's the dry rub.
Am I going to be okay, or does this kick in later? I think it's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to remember that one for later. Okay. Hanging in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
I'm good.
So what's next for your business? Where do you see your business, say, 5 years from now?
I think for the last 6 months, every week, we see a new goal.
Okay.
We started, I just really kind of relaunched Viking Outdoor 4 years ago. And last year we hit $700,000. This year I know we're going to hit $1 million. We've got some things coming, and some might be a surprise for us as well, but we have a possible opportunity to manufacture our own specialty fixtures. If so, then of course we would be able to make those available to distributors, other contractors.
Oh, okay.
And there's a few other things in the works, but I mean, literally every day, whether it's our clothing line, every day it seems that opportunities are coming. We just got an office, our main office, right on the main road in Ellijay last month, along with a 3,000 square foot shop. So we can house inventory, we can build things. I know that I've built light fixtures, some rustic chandeliers for outdoors. And we'll continue to do things like that to be able to creatively express ourselves. Me and the guys, we've got an iron worker who builds custom gates and everything. So literally, we have no idea where our limit is at this point.
Okay. Put that in the box, right?
That's right.
Well, fantastic. All right.
All right.
2 left. Get your new one. How's that one going down?
This one's got a great flavor. It's nowhere near that second one. That second one, I hit different.
Yeah. So how many years were you in the Navy?
Just one tour. So I was stationed in La Maddalena, Sardinia. That was allegedly the second worst duty station the Navy had to offer. It was phenomenal during the summertime.
Did that recruiter hook you up with that?
No, so it was funny. I asked the recruiter because I did want to go to the Marines, which is, I love the water, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really want to be on a boat. So he's like, HT, yeah, they're never on the water. It's a whole maintenance technician. Little did I know, I was 18 years old. So I was supposed to go to Naval Air Station Guam, and 6 days before I graduated A school, they changed my orders to La Maddalena, which everybody's basically like, that's a death sentence because there's just nothing to do there during the wintertime. And the ship I was on was the Orion, which had been decommissioned, and I think it was 51 years old when I got there. So you could walk in and just feel antiquity everywhere.
Right.
So in the summertime is where Club Med was. So summertime was amazing. Clothing optional beaches for an 18-year-old kid. It was an amazing place. But in the wintertime, the bars and restaurants took turns being open. It was that dead. So I used to be a stage magician, and I farted around as a kid with the magic. So when I was over there, I just tried to entertain myself. And let's just be real, I spent most nights, if I wasn't on duty, drunk, because I didn't have anything to do. So, being a little on the happy side, I would be out there doing magic tricks at the bars and restaurants. Next thing I know, the guy that ran Club Med said, would you mind doing some shows for us? Long story short, I ended up living at Club Med instead of on the ship, learning Italian, hanging out, and literally living the best life that I possibly could.
Fantastic.
In Italy at the worst duty station the Navy had. But it was still enough for me to tap out at the end. That's cool.
All right. Last but not least,
All right. I think this is going to hurt.
that one I understand is our nuclear results.
Yeah.
So our kitchen staff, if they want the boss to stay out of the kitchen, they make nuclear sauce. Because I can't go in the kitchen when you're making it. Something that just closes up my throat and I can't get near it.
An immediate taste of jalapeno.
Okay.
I'm still going to say number 2. That was just not fun. This one, I can take. This one's hot. This one's hot.
And, sometimes when people order that, if I'm here, I'll deliver it to the table wearing that gas mask that's sitting up there. So, just to have fun. You know. But, all right, so last question. Of course, we've made it to the end. We've made it all the way through 6 wings. So how much do you really like hot sauce?
I love hot sauce.
Okay.
I love hot sauce. And I will now drink the milk.
So do you think you have like a level of tolerance of how hot you want to go?
I think that last one that I ate would probably be, that would be as hot as I would want to go.
Yeah.
It's never that bad when you eat them. That next morning rush, that's what I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the crew the next morning, hey, I'm going to be a little late.
That's right.